Hey, Laurence and Mikki, how are you?
Hi, we're
Very
good.
good. Nice to
Nice to
finally
meet
meet
you.
you.
Nice to meet
Nice.
you in person, actually. We've spoken on the phone a few times, but great to see your
Yeah,
face.
yeah, put a face to the name.
That's right. Good. So, have you thought about your wedding date? I know we talked about September 24 next year.
Yeah,
What do you
yeah,
reckon?
I think that's definitely the day that we want to do it. It's great
Okay,
weather, nice spring wedding, not too cold, not too hot, hopefully a nice sunny day. But yeah,
wonderful. All right. Well, I had penciled it in for you, so I'll lock that in now. I'll just take some notes while we chat too.
yeah, of course, yes.
Wonderful. So, where are we going to have this beautiful wedding?
I think we've chosen the non-denominational church, the chapel
Yeah,
at Whitechapel at Calbar.
yeah,
Oh, yes.
definitely. Yeah, it's beautiful up there. And yeah, I really like the reception area as well. And the chapel's really nice and cute.
Yeah.
Well, I think it seats enough people because we're going to need a bigger wedding. So I think it
Yeah,
can seat up to 90 people. Is that right?
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, and then there's that's the chapel, and then there's a couple of venues you can have your reception in.
Okay.
And I think the
yeah.
barn is the bigger one of that. So I don't know how many people are coming to your reception. What do you think?
Oh, I'm thinking, I don't think any more than 100.
Okay.
But yeah, we're looking at that 100 mark. Still a big wedding, but not too big.
Yeah. So country chic.
Yeah.
That's cool. That looks beautiful. I've actually done a wedding there and it's really pretty. The
Oh,
grounds
cool.
around there, the grounds are lovely. So you can do photos around that area and just sort of keep it all there, which is perfect.
I'm very excited. Yeah, we went up there. We did a drive up there the other weekend. It was gorgeous. And yeah, definitely, yeah, the photos will come out amazing.
I think also having a country wedding and your guests are going to be traveling in from Brisbane. I think the less extra travel that they need to do is good. So if you have everything in the same place,
Yeah,
they're just all there and awesome.
yeah.
That's beautiful. So now someone recommended me to you, didn't they?
Yeah. Lesia and Juan, who you married, I think, last year in Bow Desert, I
Oh
think.
yeah, I did. We
Yeah.
went to a beautiful place called Royston House up on a sort of a horse stud place, and it was really pretty. And they're a lovely couple, so I'll have to thank them for letting you
Yeah.
know
Lovely.
about me. That's nice, very nice.
Yeah. They spoke very highly, so we're very excited to get in contact with you.
Oh, good, excellent, thank you. That's nice. Now I did tell you last time to have a look at my website because there's quite a lot of information on there, and the different
Yeah,
wedding packages that you might be able to choose from.
yeah.
Have you had a look?
Yes, we have. I think we're going to go with the extravaganza package.
Yes.
Just because, yeah, we're definitely going to want that more extra time. And it is, you only do it once. So it is that special sort of day. So, yeah.
Good choice. Good choice. No, that's great because like you said, you only do it once. And I put the other options there because obviously, expensive weddings are very expensive things. And so we need to have options for everybody. And if your budget can stretch that far, why not?
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. No, and our parents are helping us out. So,
Oh, that's good. You're very lucky. That's good.
yeah.
So that particular package, so my fee is 1,250, and that includes so preparation and lodgement of all your legal documents, because of course it's a legal wedding, all the meetings and emails with you to confirm, your ceremony, and that's pretty much unlimited. Whereas in other packages, I might sort of had one or two meetings. Whereas with the extravaganza, you and I can speak anytime you want and as much as you want.
Yeah.
I'll also give you a selection of sample ceremonies and poems and readings you can go over because obviously we'll have to write a script and, I'd like us together to pick, well, you mostly, pick the different things that you think you'd like in your wedding, whether it's, a little bit religious or non-religious or fun or serious, you have to sort of decide on where you're going to go with what sort of wedding you want.
Yeah.
Then I turn up at least 30 minutes before. I'm usually there an hour before because I like to be super prepared and be really ready. And then I'll do your ceremony for you. So, but before that, we'll have a script written and you and I can decide if that's fine what we'd like to
Yeah.
change, so we'll get all that finalized before the day. And we've got
Sounds
plenty
awesome.
of time.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
So-
Yeah, just definitely that reassurance in it as well. So
Yeah,
yeah.
that's great. Excellent. So let's start with some paperwork that we need to complete. I've got a booking form for you to sign. I'll send you that electronically and you can sign that. I really need you to go have a look at the terms and conditions, make sure you're happy with that, like the cancellation timeframes and things like that, because you don't want any surprises.
Yeah.
There's probably after you book me, which from today, you've got a 2-week cooling off period. So if you change your mind about me, that's totally fine. You can just call me and say, or email me and say, look, we thank you, but we're not going to go with someone else. So that's totally fine. And once we've locked in after 2 weeks, then you're sort of locked into those terms and conditions. It really boils down to, if you cancel me 30 days out of your wedding date, then unfortunately the full fee will apply, because at that point I would have told other people I couldn't do their wedding on your day, so I'm going to lose my fee.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we've got a whole year, we've got more than a year, so it's plenty of time. So I just want you to be aware of that, so that there's no surprises for anyone.
Yeah.
Now,
And
hey.
I was just going to say, we don't have to worry about lockdowns as much anymore, hopefully. So
No, but and if that happens again, well, we'll just have to cross those bridges when the time comes.
Yeah, definitely. Fingers crossed we don't have to go through that again. So
yeah, fingers crossed. All right, so the booking form I'll send to you. Now, I know that you are both over 18, but I do need to ask you, are you over 18 years of age?
yes.
Yes, okay. Will I be able to see your passports or birth certificates? I'll need either JP signed copies. You can send me electronically, or we can meet somewhere and I can have a look at them at that point.
Yeah, no, we can definitely send over some JP signed copies.
Okay, great. So I'd like to keep them as copies too, so records, just in case it's questioned at any stage.
Awesome.
Now, the notice of intended marriage is a form that we'll complete, and that's just to let the Attorney General's office know that you do intend on marrying. And that needs signatures and needs, the ID to be cited, and needs my signature and all sorts of things. So we'll go through that together. When I send it to you, you can have a look, and then we can talk again about that. Plenty of time to submit that one.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. All right. So then, as a marriage settlement, it's also my obligation to let you know, to provide you some information about getting married. And some couples, so it's actually under the Act, as a celebrant, I have to let you know that I suppose you need to, or you have access to some marriage counselling, or some just counselling in general about different things that you might disagree on before you get married. So we really just want to make sure that you are entering into a marriage actually having solved all the problems that that you might have. And what happens is everyone's so in love, they just want to get married, and then afterwards they're like, oh gosh, we haven't talked about the serious stuff, like how many kids do we want to have, who's going to take out the rubbish, who's going to pay the bills, who's going to work and who's not going to work. So really important things. Then I don't know if you guys have had any of those chats.
She's got all that sorted in her mind. Don't worry about that.
Has she shared it with you?
I don't know. Maybe we have to have more formal conversations.
Maybe, no.
Maybe it's a good idea.
No.
Well,
put out the bins. Tuesday nights. Remember, don't make me wake up.
Been out.
That's it. And these are the things, like if you've sorted all those things out before you get married, your marriage is likely to be a lot sweeter. And some people go into a marriage, pretty blind, just thinking we're in love and it'll all be great. But, those hard questions also need to be attended to. Now, one of the things I have to give you, which I can send you a link to, is the Happily Ever Before and After brochure. And this is a brochure that I have to give you. It comes from the Auditor General, the department that looks after marriages. and it'll give you information on the legalities about marriage, the do's and don'ts. It gives you some support areas to go to, counselling services that are available to you, about changing your name, all sorts of things that you probably haven't thought about.
Yeah.
Family dispute resolution, and also marriage education. So they do actually run some sort of courses for couples intending to get married. And there's another document that I just love, and it's a question, it's a list of questions to ask each other. And it does go into some of those things like, how many children do you think we want to have? Do we want to have children? Maybe we don't. And financial stuff. Financial is a big stressor on relationships, very big stressor. So important that that's all very clear before you get married. So I'll email you those documents, and I encourage you to do a little bit of homework.
Oh, homework.
Yes.
You're not shy of Laurence.
Yeah,
You didn't expect that, did you?
it's always good.
Yeah, and I do encourage you to do that, because it really, I suppose, as a celebrant, it puts my mind at ease that the couples that I'm marrying are well informed, and going into a marriage with your mind clear and everyone happy, because we want you to be married for 100 years.
Those questions that sound great. I think that'd be really good.
Yeah, to go through.
I remember when I was in high school, one of my legal teachers, we did classes on the Marriage Act and the Marriage Resolutions Act, like you were talking about before.
Yeah.
And she gave us a little note, it laminated that she gave to everyone in the class for when we get married, and had all questions of what you need to ask the other person and agree on before you get married. So it's funny. I'll have to marry them up together and see if they're the same.
Do you still have that piece of paper?
I think it's in my wallet, or it's in one of my wallets. Yeah,
I kept it. Wallet.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's prepared.
He's been prepared for a long time now. Look at him.
I love it that your teacher gave you that, because that's like, it's gold. Like, that is so sensible.
Yeah, like at an all boys school as well.
Yeah.
That's just, I love that. That's perfect. So hopefully, it's the same list of questions. Probably.
Yeah.
I doubt it would have changed much. Okay.
Maybe.
All right. So now I need to also write a lovely script. So I need to find out about you two as a couple.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to give me some nice details now. Tell me about how you met.
I'll give the mic to you, Laurence.
No, you go.
No, you love telling this story. It's your favorite pastime. Go for it.
Okay, so Mikki and I met through a mutual friend of ours, and we met up a few times and we talked a few times, and then I started putting the accelerator on a bit, and I was texting her and she got a bit annoyed by it, and she thought I was maybe stalking her, and so she blocked me on all social media and didn't talk to me for like a year. And then a year later,
Don't worry, I come crawling back with my tail between my legs.
Of course, we're at a party together, and we were hanging out, and I, naturally put the moves on, and she was, like that straight away.
Ah, yes.
And then it was pretty easy. I mean, after that, she magically unblocked me that night, and then obviously I added her, and didn't waste any time. And then we were talking again, and then we met up at another party, and then I asked her out, and then we went on a drive, and then the rest is history.
Wow, that's so cute. I love the blocking, Mikki. Good on you. You got to let them chase.
You gotta make them know. You can't be too eager.
Well, I love that. What was that?
I said I came crawling back with my tail between my legs.
Now, are you happy for me to use these types of stories in your script? Because I think they're just beautiful. And I think everyone will get it.
I think everyone will have a little bit of a laugh.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So how long ago was that? How long ago that you met, or that you've been together?
5.5 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, it's time for a wedding then.
Time flies.
Yeah,
time flies.
Felt like only 2.5 years or so.
Feels like yesterday, I think you probably would say.
Yeah.
So any other cute stories that you'd like to tell me about your courtship,
Oh,
about you two as a couple? What do you
Oh.
enjoy doing?
what do we enjoy doing? We love going out to dinner and drinking wine. But these days, who doesn't love doing that? Oh, Lawrence, what else do we like to do together? We both work a lot, I feel.
That's a silly
but-
excuse.
No, it's not as silly.
We'll
We
have
did
to think
two-
about
no,
some,
no, we
because
used
there
to
are
do-
key funny moments.
There are Tuesday night movie nights because they're half price tickets.
Yeah.
It was a long time favorite, but then what else?
You give
Oh,
each other
On our first drive, you won me over with a bit of Dean Martin.
That's true.
That is very true.
Dean Martin. Okay.
It doesn't take a lot. No.
She was, tell the story properly.
No, we were driving, and then Lawrence goes, "Oh, let me put on a playlist." And since we're both Italian, you named it Bourbon Stain, didn't you? But yeah, it's just all nice 60s sort of soul and lovely music like that. But Dean Martin's the first song. that we put on for that. But
Fantastic.
yeah,
Cool. So
Yeah.
maybe Dean Martin music can feature at your wedding.
I think
Maybe.
it will.
yeah, I think it will. I think more for the reception,
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
But
All
it's not
right.
just
So have you thought
like
about
that.
how you're going to enter the ceremony and exit the ceremony? Are you going to be traditional? Are you going to be a bit quirky?
I definitely want traditional entrance. I want my dad to walk me down the aisle.
Yeah.
When we leave, I don't know.
For a song down the aisle.
No. I mean like sort of style you go down the aisle.
Alright.
Because do you remember when we went to Lily and Joe's wedding and they had everyone like throw up the flowers? Do you want to do something like that, or do you want to? We haven't really spoken about the exit, but I
Okay.
guess
We've
No
always
better
wanted
what did you want?
we've always wanted the song At Last. Do you know
No,
that
that's
song?
the entrance.
Yeah, On Entrance.
Yeah,
By Etta James.
but
Yes.
yeah, but like we're talking about the exit now. Like when
Oh,
you
the
walk-
exit? I don't know. I like the flowers up in the air, but
Yeah,
it's a bit messy. It's good for photos though.
Yeah, it is good for I don't know, something where everyone can sort of be involved and it's a nice sort of send off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love it. Now, okay. You're having a professional photographer, I assume.
Yes, we are.
And what's going to happen? Like, I know people get really excited with the whole social media thing. Do you want me to ask people to not take photos during the ceremony, or are you happy for them to do that?
No, I'm quite happy for them to do that, just not during vows.
Yeah.
Or something like, like just the key bits, but like if we're exiting and you like doing that thing where everyone throws up flowers, of course, like I'm not gonna lie, I do like one of those people that likes to take photos of food. So but yeah, so yeah, you can have your phone out. I'm not too fussed.
Okay. Bridal party. You started to think about that.
Yes, I'm gonna have my sister as my maid of honor, because it's only her and I. And then I've got 3 other friends that I'm thinking of. But yeah, no. And how about you, Lawrence? What are you thinking?
I'll probably do something similar.
Yeah, but yeah, we're both from the family. So I've got one sister and Lawrence has got one brother.
Oh,
So
cool.
I mean that makes choosing best man and maid of honor a bit easier.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Now, is there anyone going to be at the wedding that might need help? Like, is anyone like a wheelchair or anything like that we need to think about seating for them?
Yeah, my grandmother on my dad's mum.
Yeah.
Yeah, she definitely should either be in a walker or oh no, she'll probably have a wheelchair if she's out for the day. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine because we can,
And
if she's in a chair already, we can place her wherever you like.
And probably my nanny Beverly too. She'll need to be.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we'll probably
together.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Is there anyone in particular you'd like to mention, like someone who's passed away, or I know you'll probably be sort of thanking family and friends for turning up, but
yeah,
like that.
Probably shout out to the nonnas.
Oh yes.
Yeah, but that's like No, because they're going to be there.
Yeah, but it's still special to shout them out.
Okay, fair enough. And I would say my
Well,
my
what-
nonno, oh, well, both my nonnos really. My mum's dad is got dementia, so he won't be able to come. He's
Yeah.
in full-time care. And then my dad's dad has passed away. So
Okay. Well, if you like, you know, in the introduction, you know, I can, when I welcome everyone, and we can do a special mention to those who are not there, and we can name your non. We can name those people at that point. You can do lots of things like have a chair with their photo. You can have, you know, you can have a seat with their photo so that they're sort of there. Yeah. So have a think. There's a few things we can do.
Flower girl thing.
Well, that's only
We've had an idea.
we had an idea, a bit of a crazy idea. No, I always said if my my cousins didn't have kids in time, or little girls, I would want to have our nonnas walk down the aisle as flower girls.
Oh, that's a really nice idea. It's very different.
Well, it's just a way to make them feel a bit special. And I mean, if they're all together,
I think it'd be pretty cute.
It'd be funny. I think people wouldn't expect it.
I haven't seen that yet, so that's really nice, and I think that's
Trying to be inclusive
gorgeous, and they will love it.
Yeah, and they all get along.
Yes.
So
yes.
It's lovely.
Yes.
I haven't met Rena yet, but
so I'd like you to think about things, because we've got lots of time. I'd like you to think about any special requests that you need for the day, like anything special you want us to talk about or mention. Will you have a theme for your wedding? Are you going to have like, well, it's country chic, obviously, I think, from the location. Some readings and poetry, and I'll send you the lists that I've got, and you can have a look, see if there's anything particular, or you might have your own that you have loved for a long time and want to use. You're having, obviously, your party in the barn, so there'll be music and dancing.
Yes, of course.
And are you having most important part, you'll have cocktail area or hors d'oeuvres before you go in?
Yeah, we'll have hors d'oeuvres before we go in, and then go for the set menu.
Okay. Sounds great. So then after the ceremony, I will tell people that whilst you're off having your photographs taken in the beautiful area, could we please all join over here to the left or whatever area for refreshments until the bride and groom come back.
Oh, sorry about that.
That's okay. All right, look, I think I've got everything I need for now. And I'll start working on a bit of script. You start getting together some of your own ideas.
And we've definitely got to read through the pamphlet you're going to send over to us.
Yeah, I'm going to email you the link to that
homework
and the homework and the questions. And that way, by the time we meet up next time, and I think maybe in 2 weeks, because we have time, we can sit down and have another chat, and hopefully this time we can meet in person.
Yes, we should go for a coffee somewhere or something.
Yeah, and you can bring your passports. I'll bring the notice of intended marriage, so we can sign it and do all of that at that point.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you need to know from me at this point?
No, I don't have any. Laurence, do you have any questions?
No, I don't think so.
I think we're just excited that we've locked in a date, and it's making it feel a bit more real. I feel like we've been engaged for a bit now, and now it's starting to get the wheels in motion. So it's a bit exciting. Excellent.
Oh, it is a very exciting time, and we'll make it really beautiful. And thank you so much for today. Like, if you have any questions before we meet in 2 weeks,
I'll definitely message you.
Just give me a buzz, because your package, you have full access to me.
Yeah.
Anytime and as much of me as you want.
You may regret that. No, I'm joking.
All right, guys, thank you so much, and I look forward to catching up shortly, and all the very best. I think it's going to be a really fun wedding.
No, I'm very excited for it. I think we both are.
All right.
I hope you are.
Have a good night. Thank you.
See you later. Lovely seeing you.
You too.